This is New York Nightly News with Chuck Scarborough. Live from Studio 3C in Rockefeller Center.
There's a new book making the rounds now that has a very provocative title and subject matter, A Little Effed Up. Why Feminism is Not a Dirty Word. That's the name of the book. And along with a blog, the fbomb.org, both of the handiwork of Barnard College freshmen who began writing for women as a high school student in Pepper Pike, Ohio. Julie Zeilinger, welcome. Good to have you here.
Thank you for having me here.
Where's Pepper Pike?
It's in Ohio. It's near Cleveland.
Near Cleveland, yeah.
Yeah.
I spent some time in Ohio, so never heard of Pepper Pike, though.
Most people haven't,
Yeah. So how did you get started now? How did you first have some interest in beginning to write about feminism?
It was actually because of a school project that I had. The whole middle school had to give a speech to everyone else, and through that I came across women's rights and the world of feminism. It wasn't something I was really acquainted with before that, and from there I just learned about all these atrocities that were happening to women across the world, and I knew that I had to do something and get involved. So
you decided on this provocative title, F-Bomb, for the blog,
yes.
Right? Started writing about that. Were your parents thrilled by the title?
I'm sure they were thrilled. It was interesting, the reactions I got from friends' parents as well. But really, it's just poking fun at this stigma around the word feminism when I think it's this really incredible movement that's just trying to help people and achieve equality.
You've got something like 30,000 followers on the blog, don't you, right now?
Yeah, we get about 30,000 unique visitors every month.
That's terrific.
Yeah.
So, what's the mission of the blog?
It's really to create a community for teenage feminists, and really all teenagers, whether they identify as feminist or not, to educate and raise awareness about what feminism is, which really I think is just about equality and about making your life better. And it's based on submissions. Teens from all over the world submit posts about the things going on in their lives, their ideas about feminism.
So you think feminism is changing? It's not your mother's feminism.
It's a very different movement now. I think the things we deal with now are much more subtle, whereas in the 70s there were a lot of concrete issues like equal pay for equal work, which is still relevant today. But we deal with things that I think a lot of young women don't realize are feminism, like street harassment. They think that's just part of being a woman, and part of feminism is saying, no, that's not okay, and we can talk about it, we can learn about it, and learn from each other.
That's what your book's about, isn't it?
Yeah, it took a lot of the topics we talk about on the F-Bomb and sort of expanded on them. What I really wanted to do with the book is show young women, as the subtitle says, that feminism is not a dirty word. It's something relevant in terms of politics and the world and in our own lives.
In broad terms, you sort of define it as just basically equality, don't you?
That's the very basic definition, and I think feminism can mean different things to different people, so I like to keep it broad, but at the heart of it, it's about equality. So
could anybody be a feminist? Can somebody who, like Ann Romney, for example, who decided to stay home and raise children and not go into the workworce, could she be defined as a feminist?
It's an interesting question. I think what it comes down to is equality and whether or not you are furthering equality for women and women's rights. I think there are Republicans like Ann Romney who tend to think of themselves as feminists, but if they're not pro-women, if they're not helping women, then I don't think they are. All
right, well, thank you very much for coming. We appreciate it very much. And the book, once again, is A Little Effed Up, Why Feminism is Not a Dirty Word. Okay, good luck, Julie. And you're off to a rip-roaring start. I'm sure they're proud of you at Barnard.
Thank you.
And in Ohio, too, in Pepper Pike, and across the studio here with your parents watching. We're delighted to have them here, too. We'll be right back with more New York Nightly News. Stay with us.